Hello viewers, welcome to the first in a little documentary series of the making of album 5. I'm jumping a couple of tracks here. There's 2 tracks already written. One was for a competition run by Adam McInnes before he got involved, or before his band Sons of Legion took off. He was like an internet guru for musicians, and he ran this competition where you had to write and produce a song in a week with some collaborators that were assigned to you. I unfortunately very quickly fell out with my collaborators and ended up doing it myself, but at least it meant I ended up with a song that's all mine and I can use. The production was, well, terrible and not usable, but the lyrics and melody fine, so I'm going to use those and redo it when I go into the studio. The other one, Calling Your Name, I've already released as a single. That was collaboration. Somebody sent some music to me that I wrote lyrics and a melody to, and a couple of other instrumental parts. So the usual way I write is that if a line or a couple of lines that I like come to me, I put them in the notes section of my phone, or I might have even read them, and I'll paraphrase. So this one, what I wrote into my phone is: the trouble with running from your troubles is that wherever you run to, there you are. And whatever it is that you're running from, man, you never get far. Which is what I started with here. The trouble with running from your troubles is that wherever you run to, there you are. And whatever it is that you're running from, man, you never get far. I decided I needed more syllables for that final line, so that became, you can never really get that far. So it's 9 syllables rather than 6, but makes very little difference to the meaning of it. But the problem with it was I thought that can't be a chorus. It's not repeatable. It's not a chant. It's not affirmative. It's too reflective. It also can't be a verse, because if it was a verse, what would the other verses be about? Which only leaves the bridge, or middle 8 as we call it in the UK. So that being the case, what are the verses going to be about? Well, what usually causes people the most grief? Your job, or where you live, your job, your relationships. So there's 3 verses for you. The first one's about problems at home. The second one about problems at work. The third one, problems with relationships, which naturally led into a chorus of you've got to go. In other words, it's doing your head in, get out of there. And I added the line, everybody knows when it gets on top, you've got to go. So thereby setting up conventional wisdom is this, but the bridge says, what if what you're actually running away from, or the problem with running away is that you can't run away from yourself. So if the problem is you rather than your house, your job, your relationships, then running away is not going to solve the problem. And there you have it. That's the lyric. So once that's done, over to the piano. Well, actually, no, once that's done, it then goes into the songbook here, because that's not the right format to sing along to. So then it goes into my songbook, and then to the piano to work out how the lyrics are going to fit to music. Right, so I've got our lyrics. So what do we need now? 3 main parts: the chord pattern for the verse, for which you're going to have E, F sharp minor, and A. So that's going to go. Someone parked in your space, potholes overflowing in the rain. Neighbor on the left thinks he's a drummer. You wish you were deaf or back in Spain. It's too short to go to a chorus there, so we'll double the verse up. Coffee machine is broken, computers on the blink again. Boss says you're the original headache. You think she's the source of all your pain. Now into the chorus. So we're going to use C sharp minor. You gotta go. A. You gotta go. B. Everybody knows when it gets on top, you gotta go. So pretty simple. C sharp, A, B. The only pattern we need now is for the bridge. So we're finishing the chorus on a B. It's nice to use a chord, a borrowed chord, i.e. one that's not in the scale. We're in E at the moment. So B goes nicely to C, which is a bit of a surprise because it's not in E. The trouble with running from your troubles is that wherever you run to, there you are. And whatever it is that you're running from, you can never really get that far. So now we need to get back to our home key, which is E. We're on D. That's E flat, which is another surprise chord, and then a little chromatic shift there. So that's it. They're the three parts that we need. It's not just that, we need a riff, which you can do over the verse pattern. And a few little link phrases. So after the chorus into the verse. So that's E. Another non-diatonic chord, F sharp minor 7, same chord over a B, and then we're back again. So it'll sound something like this. Summer parked in your space, potholes overflowing in the rain. Neighbor on the left thinks he's a drummer. You wish you were deaf or back in Spain. Coffee machine is broken, computer's on the brink again. Boss says you're the original head, yet you think she's the source of all your pain. You gotta go. You gotta go. Everybody knows when it gets on top, you gotta go. And so it goes on. But you'll have to wait for the studio version to hear the rest of the song. See you soon.